everyone. I'm Bass TV's Emma Scott, and I'm reporting to you today in front of the Native Village in Hollywood, Florida. We're reporting today on the EWA's entrance into the infamous Python Wars. The Everglades Wildlife Alliance is working with the Native Village. They're using this location as a staging area for setting up posts that go into the Everglades. And right now, they're in pursuit of two giant pythons that were spotted on an island near the Miccosukee Indian Village. Let's go inside and see what's happening. Hi, Chris. I'm Emma Scott, Bass TV.
How you doing?
Good. I wanted to come over and talk with you and find out, how long have you been in the business of catching snakes?
I've been doing this probably about 8 years now, catching snakes out here in the Everglades.
And what do you think the probability of catching those two giant pythons that they were talking about?
I think it's pretty good out there. Right now it's a little bit cold out here. I think we might be able to find them up on the levees trying to get some sun out there and stuff like this. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think we might get them.
Jake Bass, you got a minute?
What's up?
Emma Scott with Bass TV. This is your first entry into the Python Wars, isn't it?
Whoa, what's this? TV crews already? I told you this python thing was going to be big, Jake.
Yeah, baby!
You mind if we tag along?
Young lady?
We just entered the EWA last week. Bass TV did. We'd love to be in the story.
Young lady, you can tag along with us anytime.
We'll love to have you, Emma. Just follow directions, don't wander off. It's gonna get a little dicey out there.
Sure, no problem. We just want to get the story. Thanks.
Headed down to the Everglades this afternoon. Got a couple reports of some huge snakes on an island down there outside the Miccosukee Village. Got any feedback on what we should be prepared for?
Well, actually, south of the Miccosukee Village in that Everglades National Park area is actually a good area, so the probability that somebody saw them is pretty accurate. I've seen pythons in the villages themselves, up in the cheeky huts. Like, it's got some of the natives even scared of, you know, what could happen around their reservations. And anything you're gonna find down that area that's been the big problem you've been hearing about is probably gonna be Burmese. I mean, there's been some spots here and there where occasionally an anaconda will get found, some ball pythons, once in a while a rock python, but anything that's actually breeding and causing any issues here in Florida is gonna be a Burmese. In the wild, those snakes have been able to reach up to 20 feet long. Whoa. So that's a giant snake. The biggest I've personally have ever seen is a little over 13 feet. But I mean, I'm on a safe bet, you'd probably looking at over 10-foot snakes. And aggressive, very aggressive when they're in the wild.
Phew, all right, got our attention on that one.
How should we approach these things? I mean, they're ambush predators, they got big teeth. We'll have a couple guys out front. What if they latch onto one of us? How do we get out of that situation?
For the most part, the ones that I've encountered in the mornings that were sunning themselves, once they even get a visual that you're coming in their direction, they're gone. Like they bolt into the water like a big water snake or something like that. So that could be tricky, just even getting up close enough to get to one. And a 10 or 12-foot Burmese python will have teeth probably the size of like an average water moccasin. It's fangs. So, but 100 of them. So if one were to bite you and let go, I mean, it's gonna leave a bunch of holes in there. I mean, obviously with veins and arteries and stuff in your hands or arms.
Would it go that deep?
Oh yeah, I mean, you'll be bleeding a lot. I mean, but they're pinholes, so it's nothing that's gonna, like, you know, if it just bites, let go. But now, if it grabs onto you and holds on and starts to wrap around its head, which is an instinct of a constrictor, to where something can't pull them off of it, they start doing a lot of twisting and things like that. And I've seen severe lacerations, almost meat grinder looking after it's done. Like they can cause severe damage. You want to try to contain its head as quickly as possible. 1,000 baby Burmese pythons all eating the rats and mice in the area, then the rattlesnakes, the king snakes, the water moccasins, or anything like that that's feeding on that same food source is getting deprived. You know, if they start taking out small deer or things like that, then now the panthers and bobcats and other animals in the area are being affected. So yeah, it does affect the ecosystem and all our native animals to different extremes. Hey, good luck, and I'm anxious to hear what you guys catch and how your excursion goes. It sounds like it'd be fun.
This is Emma Scott with Bass TV, wrapping up today at the Native Village here in Hollywood, Florida. We look forward to continuing our report with the EWA in the Everglades on this ever-growing epidemic.